The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
Left side, got a man open, caught high, 5-yard line, dives for the end zone, touchdown State. A cutback, it's a sprint to the pylon, touchdown Matthew Day.
Go, take what you want. Are you ready to have some fun? Everything you got, man, everything you got. You got to focus, you got to play with heart.
Here comes the rush, Hennessy throws, picked off by Fernandez at the 30-yard line.
How about that Wolfpack?
The Dave Doeren Show is presented by North Carolina's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, proud to sponsor Wolfpack Athletics, and by Coke Zero, real Coke taste, 0 calories.
Well, NC State wasted no time in making a statement on Saturday up at Wake Forest. The Wolfpack jumped out to a 28-0 lead in the first quarter and never looked back. State wins it 35-17. This is the Dave Doeren Show with the head coach of the Wolfpack. I'm Tony Haynes, and I found it interesting, Coach, that during the week and even back in the summer, you confronted that losing streak at Wake Forest. The Pack had not won there since 2001, had dropped 6 consecutive games at Grove Stadium, but you didn't run away from it. You confronted it with your players. Did that only add to their sense of urgency to get it done?
I hope so. You know, I mean, I think we talked about raising the bar when we first came back, and I explained to them our schedule, and that was part of it. You know, you got to do things that the people before you haven't been able to do to make our program better. That was one of the things. You know, we've got other things on the schedule coming up that are the same way, but that was the first one.
Well, coming up on the show, Coach Doren's going to break down that victory over the Demon Deacons. This week we have a feature on the NC State scout team. Mark Thomas gets coached up by strength and conditioning coach Jason Veltkamp. And, of course, the Pack now getting ready for Clemson, coming to Carter Finley Stadium next Saturday afternoon. Stay with us. The Dave Doeren Show rolls on the other side of this break.
The cost of everything has gone up dramatically over the last 75 years. With one exception, keeping electricity affordable. That's the power of your co-op membership. Learn more at togetherwesave.com.
North Carolina's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, looking out for you.
This is the Ford F-150, and this changes everything.
Get a 2015 F-150 with 0 for 72 or get up to $92.35 total savings only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Our farm is a family business. Most hog farms are family farms. I've been around the farm all my life. When I graduated from college, I just decided this was what I wanted to do.
She has come into the family business.
She'd rather be down here than anywhere else.
We take care of our land. Our land's what makes our living. Our hogs are well taken care of.
It works. We make it work.
She loves what she does, and she gives it 150%.
I'm Megan Spence, and I'm a North Carolina hog farmer.
All right, and everywhere we're going to go for the rest of our lives is about our actions, not our intentions. It's about our actions, not our intentions.
How we run, how we tackle, how we block, how we change the map. Everybody understand that? Yes, we got your back. Now have each other's and go execute the plan.
Back with NC State head coach Dave Doeren, I'm Tony Haynes. The Wolfpack drilling Wake Forest up in Winston-Salem on Saturday afternoon. 35-17 was the final score. We talked about it, the 28-point first quarter for NC State. The Pack started fast, and I do mean fast because you brought the no-huddle offense out of mothballs, and it worked like a charm, especially on that first drive. As much as anything else, Coach, did that strategy serve to put your offense into an attacking mentality?
Yeah, I think it's just, for us it was a way to change up what's been going on, and we need more explosive plays, and we haven't been able to get them. And for us to be good, we can run the football. I think everyone knows that. And once you start going fast, you can get them tired, and that'll help us, especially in the fourth quarter when we need to do some things to wear down their defense. If they lack depth anywhere, it's going to help us a lot.
Pretty amazing, Coach. This is the second time NC State has scored 28 points in the first quarter. It also happened at South Alabama. You can talk about execution, you can talk about play calling, but how important is just getting into a rhythm to an offense?
Well, for a quarterback, it's really important, and part of that first quarter, we really didn't, as a quarterback, have to get in a rhythm. I mean, two of the scores were long runs, and so, from an offensive standpoint, I think when your quarterback is in the groove, a lot of things help, and I think the up-tempo stuff does help Jacoby in the pass game because they have to declare what they're doing really fast, and it's hard for them to stem and disguise and do other things like that.
Tailback Matt Day's a terrific day, 205 yards, 2 big plays in the first quarter. First time an NC State back has crossed the 200-yard threshold in a game since Andre Brown back in 2005. But I'm wondering, Coach, did the early success throwing the ball down the field perhaps loosen things up in the running game for you?
I don't think so. I think if you watch those two plays, there's three guys chasing our jet, and we're not handing it to them, and Matt's got to break one tackle, and there's no one left. And that happened in the Virginia Tech game. I mean, there was no one left if we got through there, and we just didn't get through there, and that's what we've worked hard on, is breaking contact and running through shoestring tackles and arm tackles. He needs to get fronted up to be brought down, and that's the mentality I want him to run with, and he did that.
And perhaps a new star emerged in this game, Maurice Trowell, a young wide receiver, 4 catches, 87 yards. Now, during the open date, you said there may be some personnel changes. You may look at some guys. Did Maurice Trowell enter into those discussions?
He's been in them all year. Problem he had early on is he struggled, with all the different volume of the offense, and we wanted to play him because he's got really good ball skills and he's fast. Then he had a wrist injury which hurt him catching the football, so he was really just a blocker for a couple weeks, and now he's healthy. He had a great 2 weeks of practice, and I told him during the week that he's going to have a great game. You could just feel it coming.
A lot of guys had great games. Let's go to the defensive side of the ball. I know during the open date you challenged your seniors. You reminded them there's not a lot of football left in their careers. You wanted them to show some leadership, have a sense of urgency. You get the feeling that defensive end Mike Rose was listening to that request.
Yeah, Mike had a great game, 3 sacks, and it started early. I mean, the first third down of the game, he wins and gets a sack, and he needs to be that guy for us, I mean, he's a senior player that's played a lot of football. He's made a lot of big plays in big games, and he's got to be a consistent performer. And as a senior, that's what your job is. You can't be up and down as a senior.
Darian Roseborough also had 2 sacks. He knocked down a couple of passes. On the other side, Bradley Chubb, just a sophomore, playing against his brother. He was active all day. All of your defensive end really got into the act. But you look at those two guys. Roseborough's a freshman. Chubb's a sophomore. How excited are you about their upside?
Extremely excited. I mean, there's 7 or 8 sophomores out there on defense throughout the game. And so I think, there's always things you want to do better. Look, we missed a tackle in the open field twice, and that's really frustrating. But we're also playing with sophomores, and they're going to get better and better and better, and they're getting better on film. There's a lot of things that we've gotten better at, and just got to keep working.
A great day for the Pack. 35-17, the final.
A lot of things we got to do better, but you know what? We'll worry about that tomorrow. Enjoy the win. All right, I'm proud of you. 5 wins.
We needed a spark early, so getting the ball out, catching it, and getting a spark to the team, help out get our momentum going. We just kept our head, and we know we had to keep fighting, keep pushing. We got to execute down in the red zone. We want to score, just keep pounding the ball. Coming off those 2 last games, confidence had to be high, so our only intention was just keep pounding and getting the ball in the end zone.
Wolfpack ready to snap it again on 1st and 10. Here come the Deacons on a blitz. Brissett evades the rush, rolls right, fires up the right sideline. Caught by Trowell. 35-30, 25-20. Down the right side. 10-5. Dives for the pylon. He got there. Touchdown State.
We went out there and we executed. I mean, that's the difference between most games. You know, past 2 games we didn't execute as good as we should, and this game it came all together. We just had to start having fun again, man. You know, football's a game where if you're not having fun, you're not going to be good. That's just how it goes. And we started having fun again. And once we started having fun, man, we went out there and we executed, and that's what we had to do. And winning on the road is like getting a free piece of cake, you know, because you just work so hard for it, and then they're like, here, take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything worked out perfectly. Everybody executed, and it feels real good.
Here's the snap. Wolford under duress, rolls to his right. Now he has time. Now he's hit from behind and knocked down, sack. Back at about the 8-yard line, the original line of scrimmage by Mike Rose.
Okay, this is a play where we're reading the rotation again of their defense with the jet coming. You can see the tight end arcing at the bottom of the screen here to block their support player. And Jacoby sees the linebackers. You can see Chubb here, the linebacker sliding down into the boundary, so he knows it's a give to Matt. And we're running zone to the top, and Matt does a great job of breaking through here and making one guy miss. You can see the defensive lineman, 34, falls off of one of our guys, and Matt runs through his arm tackle and then has the speed and agility to get out of there. And then really good job here by Alston, leading him down the field, making sure nobody catches up to him. Big play.
Yesterday's game between NC State and Wake Forest marked the 109th meeting between the 2 longtime rivals. Did you know that the first game played between the 2 schools in 1895 ended in a 4-4 tie? Well, at the time, teams were awarded 2 points for touchdowns, points after touchdowns, and safeties. The Dave Doeren Show returns after this.
What are people going to think of our new buttermilk crispy chicken? Let's find out.
It's probably the best sandwich I've ever had.
It's super crispy, but it's also really juicy.
So would you guys come back? Yep. Yeah. Here's our card. It's McDonald's.
Oh, get out of here.
Try some buttermilk crispy chicken. It's right around the corner at McDonald's.
You know, I still can't believe McDonald's is serving breakfast all day.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Uh-oh, dead air. Go to commercial.
It's time for the new all-day breakfast menu at McDonald's.
At 36, Jo was concerned about having her first child. A specialist saw something on an ultrasound and recommended a difficult choice. Jo came to Rex for a second opinion. She was evaluated and reassured at the UNC Specialty Women's Center at Rex. Not long after, Levi was born.
It's a brand new day.
It's our favorite kind of story.
Sun is shining.
One with a happy beginning. Rex Healthcare.
The best part about being a member of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative is that it's your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Learn more about the power of your co-op membership at togetherwesave.com.
North Carolina's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, looking out for you.
Welcome back to the Dave Doeren Show with the head coach of the Pack. I'm Tony Haynes. Well, so much goes into preparing your football team each and every week, and the scout team must do its job. And now, State's had some great scout team players here, by the way. A guy named Russell Wilson was once a scout team quarterback. Jacoby Brissett was in that role a couple of years ago. These guys had an important role. Does your scout team this year really take its job seriously?
And they've gotten better at it. You know, I think early on that's a hard role to accept when you want to play. And then you realize that you have a job to do and you can help the team win. And then after that, I think you realize, hey, I'm going against the starting offense or starting defense, and I can get better playing against these guys. And as time's gone on, you know, there's some guys that are really helping us on a week-to-week basis.
It's all about preparation. Take a look at the NC State scout team.
I mean, as a scout, you just got to give like everything you got to prove that you can play with the starters or the second string next year. It's a bigger picture and focus on it. So I got to always push myself to go hard, because if I'm not going hard, they're not going to follow me and they're going to just do whatever also.
I'm pretending like I'm playing in a real game, we're going against the starting defense, and it's making me better, it's making them better, because I'm actually trying to, score touchdowns and this and that and the third, and they're trying to stop me.
My role on my team, and the team, is just to come out every day with good juice and just come out, perform, and push the defense every day for Saturday.
Like if I'm playing safety, if Wake Forest got number 9, I'll try to match who he is, so I can give him, the starters a look on Saturday, and bring him like 100% effort every day. I'm learning, definitely. I got a lot to get better with, and as I learned today, I need to pay more attention while I'm not playing. I need to act like I'm playing. So it's a teaching moment for everybody out here, actually. I spend 5 minutes in our meetings, and then I go to scout team meetings. So they give us the plays, and I have to do a better job looking over them, but they give it to us, and they give us all the opportunities to learn our plays and do better. I got to learn the plays that we do and also stay on top of the scout team pretty much. So I'm doing double time. So I have to continue to push myself and work hard, so they work hard also.
I get to go against the starting defense every day, and so that's like helping me out, making me better. I'm just getting stronger and getting tougher, and like learning their plays and learning ours on the top of it, because we still have to go to like our position meeting and learn too. So just keeping it a balance. Out here practicing with them, I feel like when spring ball hit, I'll be prepared, because I've been going against starting D1 schools defense, and it's gonna make me better in the long run, and it's gonna make them better too.
Toughest thing this year is just, like not being able to go out with the team Saturday and performing, but I'm pushing them, I'm going out with them during the week. Trying to come out practice, I do everything the other wide receivers do, but when we go on the field, we split up in between groups. We go out with the scout team, we practice with number 1 and number 2 defense every day. So right this year, I'm trying to get better with my hands, just increase my yards after the catch and all that. Yeah, we still do one-on-ones, we still go over plays, but when we split up, we go over the opposite team plays that's coming up for the weekend, and we just come out with scout team and work the defense. I go up against Dravis Wright, Josh Jones, Tocho, Justin Burris. I take the opportunity every day just to come out in front of the number 1 defense and try my best to do my best in front of them. If I'm scoring on them, that means I'm getting better. But for me to get better for myself, I just know next year I want to be someone who come out on the field, make plays, and win the job on the field. So this year I'm just going to try to improve in front of the first defense every year and do what I can when spring ball starts.
If I got time, I'll figure it out when spring ball gets here. That ain't gonna be good for you now. You got one person to be mad at if you do that. The guy looking back at you in the mirror. You understand that? Thanks for all your hard work. Here we go. I got 1 pack, you got 1 goal. 1 pack, 1 goal.
This week I'm getting coached up by the head of strength and conditioning for the football team here at NC State. I'm talking about Jason Veltkamp. We're inside the Murphy Center. Why has this been so important for what you guys are doing?
Well, this was one room that we changed a lot when we got here. Our weight room's kind of composed of 2 adjoining rooms, and this room here, a lot of changes with the nutrition center, putting the turf down, bringing in some Vertimaxes, which we're going to look at today. But a lot of changes to this room to make it more functional, and we can do anything from run-through plays in here to mobility drills, to power work, to mobility, flexibility. You name it, we do it in this room.
See, people just think lifting weights, get bigger, stronger. That's what we're trying to do. Mobility, flexibility, what are some of those things, and why is that important to me as a player?
Well, mobility, is made up of several things. For 1, flexibility. For 2, stability or the strength around a joint. If we don't develop those, we have issues on the field with injuries, and something that we put a big emphasis on. Obviously, goal number 1 is we got to be injury-free, and that's important, and that's why mobility is such a big part of our program.
All right, well, as people can see, I have this bad boy on right here, and we've got the Vertimax. First of all, tell us what the Vertimax is.
Well, the Vertimax is just a tool, an alternative tool. We can use it as a substitution for some of our Olympic lifts on the platform. We can also use it for stability and strength exercises in the hips, the shoulders, or anything else. We can teach landing mechanics on it. We can work power work. We can kick slide against resistance on it, which we're going to have you do a couple of those things today. So we put you in first, then I'm going to put you on the light bands so you don't hurt yourself.
No, light bands? You mean Well, we really don't.
Well, red bands. We'll just call them red
Yeah,
bands.
we're NC State red bands. All right, cool.
Okay, what we do on this, we're going to teach you, we're going to put you anywhere from shoulder width apart to armpit width apart. Doesn't seem like much difference, but it really is. We don't want you too narrow. We don't want you way out wide on this. What we're going to teach you is to be explosive against resistance, but we really want to work on landing mechanics on the way back down.
Landing on the ground, you have to work on that?
Landing mechanics is decelerating your body weight as efficiently and effectively as possible. And unfortunately, when injuries do happen, oftentimes it is when the body gets a little out of control. Wow. So we want to keep you in good mechanics, keep you in your power line, keep everything lined up from your toes to your knees to your hips, keep your body aligned.
All right, yeah. So basically, am I getting into a squat?
Squatting down there, on the hit call, you're up,
Yep.
and you're going to land in the exact same position without your knees wobbling in or out. Here we go.
Okay.
Hit. I know you can jump higher than that. Here we go.
Probably not.
Hit. Now, were you aligned? Nope.
No, I was out of line.
Off balance. Here we
Yep.
go. Hips back, use your glutes to catch.
All right.
Hit. That was much, much better.
Yeah.
There you go. One
I'm
more.
feeling that through the heels.
One more. Hit. Good, good, good. What we look for is if we see knees going in and out, we're going to put an emphasis on their glute activation, which you heard a lot about with Tiger Woods recently.
That's right.
But really, the glute activation affects whether the knees come in on a guy or not. When the knees get in, potential ACLs and any number of other things.
Right, one more off.
Here we go. Hit. Oh, and soft. Now this is something we could do with any number of positions. We might aim a receiver out the other way, and he may do his start, the start coming out of his stance, driving his knees through as a hip flexor explosive exercise here. I'm going to have you kick slide like your old days of playing. Cool. I know you kick slided sometimes.
Yeah.
But from the kick slide now, you're going to get glute activation, because when you pick that foot up and put it back in the ground, it's going to be against resistance. So give me 3 kicks in a row here.
Here we go.
Okay, kick, kick, kick. Definitely a tight end. Give me another one.
Yeah, no, I wasn't trying to block anybody. Here we go.
Nice. Now we'll flip and do the other side one time.
Not only do I feel it in the glutes and the back of the leg, I also feel it in the hip flexor on the opposite side.
Completely changes the movement.
What are people going to think of our new buttermilk crispy chicken? Let's find out.
It's probably the best sandwich I've ever had.
It's super crispy, but it's also really juicy.
So would you guys come back? Yep.
Yeah.
Here's our card. It's McDonald's.
Oh, get out of here.
Try some buttermilk crispy chicken. It's right around the corner at McDonald's.
You know, I still can't believe McDonald's is serving breakfast all day.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Uh-oh, dead air. Go to commercial.
It's time for the new all-day breakfast menu at McDonald's.
This is the Ford F-150, the only pickup with a high-strength military-grade aluminum alloy body bolted to a high-strength steel frame. It's also a wake-up call for every full-size pickup in its class. No body rust, most towing, best payload, highest gas mileage. This is the Ford F-150, and every other truck is history.
Now get an F-150 with 0 for 60 or get up to $92.35 in total savings, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
We could show you impressive images of the technology we employ with dramatic success at Rex Cancer Center, or footage of our team of cancer specialists and the many examples why people choose Rex for excellence in healthcare. But the images that inspire us most are ones like this.
It's a brand new day. The sun is shining.
Rex UNC Cancer Care, chosen for excellence.
Another big week ahead for NC State football. The Wolfpack will entertain nationally ranked and unbeaten Clemson next Saturday afternoon at Carter Finley Stadium. Kickoff time is 3:30 p.m. Wolfpack Sports Network goes on the air at 1:30. And on Wednesday night, join us for the Dave Doeren Radio Show. It airs from 7 to 8 p.m. on the Wolfpack Sports Network. and as always, originates from the Backyard Bistro on Trinity Road in Raleigh.
The scatter report for the 8th game of the season for NC State. The Clemson Tigers here at Carter Finley Stadium. Halloween, day, night, hey, it really doesn't matter. You're going to get an emotional, exciting textile bowl. These kids don't even know what that means, but just know this. It's a big rivalry game, and yes, when you play a top-ranked opponent, it's a big deal. Let's look at their defense real quick. Brent Venables, he's been the defense coordinator here over the last 6 years in the time that Dabo Sweeney has been at Clemson. Multiple fronts, likes to change up. It's a 4-down, 3 linebacker look, likes to keep Ben Boulware in a lot of times, number 10, even when you're in a 3 wide receiver look. Ben Boulware, we're going to first of all look at him. He's their best tackler, leading tackler on this team. Everywhere this group goes, they're going to leave him in, and if they go nickel, they'll take the Sam out, put him over here. But number 10, this is a playmaker. This is a guy who they're really hyping up as, you know, not only their leading tackler, but someone that they can set up for a lot of big plays. And number 25, Cordray Tankersley. This corner leads the team in picks, you know, has a couple of picks, which is nice, but more importantly than anything else, they look at him as a shutdown corner, which they really like, especially when you're scheming a lot of blitzes. On the offensive side of the ball, the preseason All-ACC Player of the Year. Now he's a sophomore, Deshaun Watson, number 4. Hey, everybody knows about this kid. He can run, he can throw. People love him. Looks great in his uniform, you know, parts his hair just right. Good-looking kid, but man, he can throw it and he can run with the ball. He's in control. But look, here we go. Number 3, wide receiver, Artavis Scott. Mike Williams goes down the first game, top receiver in the country for Clemson. Artavis Scott stepped up as a sophomore. Boy, a lot of crossing routes, a lot of underneath stuff. You'll even get, a little China out here and a little, reverse set out. They like to get him the ball underneath, but this is their new playmaker, new favorite target since Mike Williams is out. That's the Week 9 scouting report, 8th game of the season for the Wolfpack.
Thank you, Mark. What a great atmosphere it will be next Saturday afternoon at Carter Finley Stadium as NC State welcomes one of the best teams in the country, the Clemson Tigers, unbeaten, 7-0, nationally ranked. On Saturday, they went on the road and drilled Miami 58-0. Coach, can you imagine there being a more impressive performance in college football this season?
Yeah, I mean, they're playing good ball right now and consistent too, and have been able to withstand a few injuries, and it hasn't slowed them down. So great team coming to town. I know our players are excited to have the opportunity to play a team that's ranked like they are, and our message is going to be, let's do the best that we can do. Why not? Why can't we go upset somebody? And I think if we play our best football for 4 quarters, it can be a heck of a night.
I'm sure during the week there's going to be a lot of discussion about all the personnel matchups in this game, but from an NC State perspective, if you're going to knock off a juggernaut, do you just got to believe that you can do it? And do you think that your players have that belief?
I do. I mean, I think our guys, many of them have won big games. Some of them were here when they beat Florida State, obviously. A bunch of these guys were here in last year's Florida State game and Clemson 2 years ago. So we've knocked on the door. It's time to just play 4 quarters of football, and we haven't done that, in conference play yet. So that, for us, is our only chance. We got to play 4 quarters, be the best us we can be, and let the chips fall.
All right, Dave, have a great week.
Thank you.
NC State and Clemson next Saturday at Carter Finley, and then we'll be right here with a recap on the Dave Doeren Show.
Touchdown State! A cutback. It's a sprint to the pylon. Touchdown, Matthew Dave.
Go, take what you want. Are you ready to head for fun? Everything you got, man. Everything you got. You got to focus. You got to play with heart.
Here comes the rush. Hennessy throws, picked off by Fernandez at the 30-yard line.
How about that Wolfpack? Wolfpack! Let's go!
The Dave Doeren Show has been presented by North Carolina's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, proud to sponsor Wolfpack Athletics, and by Coke Zero, real Coke taste, 0 calories.
Keep Clemson on 2, watch out!